On the cover, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto. 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 What you know about juice? Making the moves, data flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof, a building portfolios taking well over exceptional pain. I'm trapping this game, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pen full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an outer game with an auto flame. With a lot of hate, get above the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trade, get another play. They playing God so pretentious. Drapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me for the TRB. Have you heard of TRB? I don't know. On the cover, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto, on the cover, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto. 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 AlexOCrypto.
Good morning. What is going on, Otter gang? You guys are incredible. Thank you for being here, hanging out with AlexOCrypto. Good morning. Happy Juneteenth. For those who celebrate Juneteenth, I really don't know what this holiday is. I should more or less educate myself. However, it's not a Canadian holiday, so even if it's a holiday, we really don't take breaks. I mean, I've had 2 vacations. One was my honeymoon, and one was Vegas, and I still worked. So it's good to be here, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Smashing up the like button, subscribing if you're new. It's a holiday, but maybe we can find something to trade. Let's get into it, baby. All right. Good morning, everybody. And if you haven't noticed or you didn't notice, you can see that the emojis are down and the monetization are down, so you can no longer emoji. So if you want me to put an emoji in for you, I can still emoji. I got you guys. I can do the emojis. Just say whatever you want. Okay? Take that. I got you. I got you all. Look, we got the plethora over here. Okay? So, I'm working on peeing on... yeah. So we're here. Bitcoin is a lurker. You guys could just put... We'll just put big L's in the chat for the lurkers. Even though we can't find the lurkers now. We don't have any form of membershipery that we can absolutely get the lurkers out of the woodwork. So the lurkers are safe for now. We have appealed the demonetization. It happened to investment bros too. And they said that, I don't know. I had a whole bunch of warnings on my videos. I don't mind taking down my videos, like my old live streams and stuff like that. That's not a big issue. I just, for me, it's nice for the community to be able to do that. Like, if we're talking money-wise, I'm not making my emojis. I'm not making money off of YouTube. Let's put it that way. At all. I trade. Okay? I trade. I make maybe $600, and we do a mod stream. So $600, and I think we raise typically about $400 at least for the mods during our mod stream. So it's like maybe $200 a month, maybe Canadian Canuck bucks. So it's not like the major upset for me. It's upsetting because I pride myself in protecting the community members. I pride myself on risk management. I pride myself on making sure that I'm not giving you price predictions or false information. I only share what I use for exchange-wise. Only exchanges I show are the ones I've done extensive research on, checked the reserves, trying to protect the new person. That's what we always try to do here. And I'll continue to do that no matter what. So I guess that's my statement about that. Okay? So this is never financial advice. We do have a polar bear back with our ledger up its butt. Okay? We make sure that we are always safe and protected. We only risk 1% of our account per trade. We're very, very disciplined, and that's how you should trade. If you are going to follow trades, I don't suggest you follow me. I'm a hobbit, and I'm from the Shire, and anything I say or do is never, never. This is entertainment, man. We talk about balloon dogs. We talk about food. We watch candlesticks on a chart, and we try to make healthy decisions based on price action. So thank you, everybody. I know you guys are all here supporting the gang. So let's say good morning to everybody. Thank you for being here. Bitcoin rolling over right now, coming down, mitigating the slow. So possibly we're going to look. Yeah, this is chop. So we know it's a holiday. So we're going to look here and try to we'll try to imagine prices moving a little bit faster. It's going to require some patience. We don't have a market open today. So just going to be a little bit of patience. We did get some data that came out, and it's a little bit of a nothing burger. But thank you, everybody, for being here, hanging out with the chat, and supporting the channel. God bless every single one of you. Crypto Ace, French Toaster, Army, Piper, BC, Port Corp, JRMO. What's going on, Andrew Cameron? What's a vacation? That's it. Market today. Yes, very accurate. At least it's to the right, Market Cipher. Wave Cipher. Rashad, good morning. Good to see you. Donato Cabrera, Travis, good morning to you. Buck, Curtis, F-Bomb. I still expect good mornings from you guys, okay? Like, you guys still got to support the gang here. The Emoji King, Alex O. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? Ford Ranger, F-Bomb, Port Corp. Humble B, good morning. Good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for being here, smacking up those like buttons. G-Man. Good morning, you demonetized otters. Yeah. Oh, man. Good morning, Philip C. R. Pink. It's like a kind of shocking how fast it happened, I tried to be positive about it and all that stuff. I think the top of my screen's cut off here. 1 second, guys. Taking a look here. I could see that. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of scary. They have full control. Never doubt that, right? I mean, they can just be like, bloop, your channel's gone, right? I mean, thank God we have a great Discord and a great group of people who, work together, trading, and, we have other platforms that we can work together on as well, like X and stuff like that. But it is kind of scary when I've been streaming for over 3 years, right? So to have them do this to me, it's I talked to Tom Crown, and Tom Crown said it happened to him. It's kind of like a rite of passage, he said, when you start and you start to get, a little bit of traction. He said it's kind of a rite of passage. As long as it's not a termination, it should generally work out, which is pretty good. Gave me some hopium in that sense that I'm going through the rite of passage for crypto YouTube. So take that for what you want. However, I'll continue to show up with you guys. You guys know that. So it's good to be here. So a little bit of chop. So we're in this like very, very ugly decision not being made kind of symmetrical triangle. As much as I love symmetrical triangles, you guys know that. It's my favorite thing to trade in the world. So we wait. I would love to see this lose, okay, because we do have liquidity in the low. And great long, everybody, on the live stream yesterday. What a long. You guys, we got that long. What was it right here? Yeah, that was. Put a 1 in the chat if you got that long on FOMC with us. My God, we protected everybody from the dump yesterday. Okay, Chair Powell chopped us all up here, right? And I said, here comes the dump, right? We had that trigger wave to the downside. I was like, here comes the dump. Be careful. The dump happened. Boop. SFP, if we close back within the range, took the long, right? We took the long, no? You guys crushed it. And you got a retest last night, and then boom. Okay, but great trade, everybody. Good job taking it on the live. Sorry, YouTube, but we trade here. We use we don't use real money. We use XRP. Oh man, I'm gonna get myself in more trouble. I guess it's hard to be honest on the channel and try to protect your. Yeah, it's all a game, man. It's crazy. Okay, so we got the long yesterday. I see those ones in the chat. We crushed it. Great job, everybody. Good morning, Ondo Pancho, Buck, Rashad, Airdropper. Just cover it. Good to see you. Little push here. We got higher lows. Bull divs here. Probably a bull div on like a 12-minute. Equal lows. Look to come back up to the top of the range here. Yeah, it's Chop City, guys. It's Chop City. We'll see if we find something. But look at this. Price action's moving like man, I can't even say that word, I don't think. I'm going to say it anyways, like Helen Keller. Okay? It's like all herp and derpy. Whatever. You've already demonetized me. Philip C, what's going on? Good morning, our pink. Buck, what's going on? Buck is here for it, man. I know Buck's here just to have the bad words said. Just cover it. CPT, real one. Good to see you, man. French Toaster, my man. Curtis Hill. Rob S. Curtis, what's going on? BC Port Corp. BC Port Corp wants me to do the beatbox. I can't do that beatbox. That's all I got, man. I can't do that beatbox. That thing is, I don't know how he does that. I don't know how he does that at the same time. It's like. Yeah, that's a crazy beat, man. That's a crazy beat. I just don't know how he does the like noise in the background. It's pretty wild, man. But good fun. Nice push up here. Nice push up. Good morning, Otter Gang. How was golf, Alex? So it was really good, man. We went out with my three really like long-term friends I've known for over like 20 years. These guys are awesome, man. We played one of the most expensive golf courses in all of Toronto. And my buddy, his business gets free tickets. Like it's like $350 a round. It's crazy. You feel like you don't belong. Like you walk in there and they're like, "What are you doing here?" kind of deal. So we went and played that. I wasn't really keeping score. It was more of a friend thing. So I think I shot like high 80s. I had one birdie though, which was really cool. I hit a birdie putt from like 9 feet or something. I was playing pretty good golf. And then, but it was a really challenging course, and the greens were really fast. So it was lots of fun though, getting out with the guys, playing some golf with long-term friends, getting out, hanging out. Got some absorption coming in here. Got higher lows and lower lows throughout here. A little bit of absorption here on our CVD. Trying to push up here. As we said, we're just going to chop here. Probably slapping that VWAP right now. See if we can continue to push. We got pivots below us. Okay. And a couple above us, really. So we are very much range bound right now, everybody. So we'll see what materializes for the rest of the day. But for me, it's a game of patience again. It's a game of patience. We'll see what we get. But golf was really good. Thanks for asking, man. FOMO Sapien, good to see you. Django, good morning. Good to see you. Michael, good morning. I got my good morning in. Good morning, Travis. Good to see you, man. Let's see. I wanted to do maybe a lesson today. What do you want to go over? Maybe we'll do a strategy thing. VWAP, orb, entries, and maybe we do other. Okay, what do you want to go over? Maybe we can do a lesson within this slow chop. I can go over. I mean, I teach a lot of this stuff, so be glad to share that with the entire community. Typically, this is privy to the people in the Discord, where we do little lessons within a 1 hour period. Where sometimes we do 4 lessons in one session. I mean, in our Discord has multiple. Like, you go into the family live streams here, and you just get like these 10-minute power sessions on like everything: volume, order blocks, how to identify a bottom, how to enter a trade, revenge trading, market structure, trade narrative and conditions, setting up the trades, how to get in on a big trend, trading a range. Maybe we should watch that one. Over trading, taking profits, risk management, VWAP, orb. Okay, like V-shaped recovery entries, DCA planning, candle patterns, wick tests. Okay. Always being, we always try to make sure that we're always covering all aspects of trading. Good rejection here off VWAP. I wouldn't consider this a higher high yet, so we're rounding the bottom here. So we got bull divs in here, but I would look for one more, maybe possibly one more sweep, and then we go something like that. Let's just try to be patient here this morning. Let's see what price does. What's going on, John Foster? Good to see you, bro. Django, Jesse, good luck. Good morning, everybody. Dave Digital in the chat. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. I got some Dave Digitals for you, man. Shumi, good morning to you. French Toaster, Wally, good morning. BC Port Corp. Hang your USDT address for super chats. At this point in time, I'm not really, I'm just really unbothered by it. I just want to have a good attitude towards it. I know God's got a plan. I'm just going to be patient. The one thing that, you get hit with a 2x4, right? You just got to realize that sometimes you're getting pushed in a different direction, or you're getting reminded of to be grateful for what you have. I try to take it. I didn't take it too well yesterday. I was pretty upset. However, you sleep on it, you reflect, you continue to show up and work hard for your community. You say, hey, man, go over and subscribe to AlexOCrypto on X. Come over to the free section of the Discord. You don't have to join the paid section. Just, trying to keep the people updated on where they can reach you and how you can try to help them. And I think that's about it. I mean, coming on here and being sour with YouTube. You know, YouTube has actually brought me all to you guys, so there's no reason for me to be mad at YouTube. Especially when I know that I haven't, like, my conscience is very clean. Like, and I know that I haven't, you know, caused harm to people, and I've always given fair warning to everybody. So it's like, it's part of the experience, man. It's just like, go Panthers. Yeah, let's go, Steve Hickey. Panthers won the cup, and you continue to roll. Was it the Adam Sandler song? Possibly, man. Possibly. I mean, it's a great song, though. Who cares, right? The nipple play on Jerome Powell could have really pushed it over. That too, right? Jose Montilla, good morning to you, my friend. Curtis Hill, Crypto Rob, Dave Digital, Sky Arizona's, good morning to you, man. Lewis, good morning. Captain, like button. Like buttons are neat. Yeah, that's the thing. You can just smack the living crap out of that like button, and hopefully we can show YouTube. You know, we're just here to hang out, to look at a Bitcoin chart and try to trade it every single day, and that's it. That's the best we can do, right? It's kind of nice having a holiday today where prices, you know, a little bit slower, so we can have a little chat and hang out. Drinking the coffee out of the OG mug. Thank you, Piper. Do you have to kiss YouTube's peach to get monetized again? I wrote an appeal letter, right? I appealed it, and I wrote them a nice little letter just outlining what I do and how it's, you know. Alex, YouTube thinks you're fibbing about your golf score. I shoot mid 80s consistently. Mid 80s consistently. You can ask TradeFly. I have about a 280 carry. I can carry 300 if I really give her drive. So I hit a good bomb as well. Yeah, it was awesome playing a nice course, man. For a hobbit, I hit the ball pretty far. Let's put it that way. Okay, for a hobbit. I'm 5'4". Okay, so I go to the range, and all these big muscle men are there hitting their 240 drives, and I just get up there and I show them who is your daddy and what does he do. Okay. We did the Jerome nipple pattern yesterday, and we actually made a really good trade. He continued to pump it. The Discord rocks. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Attila, good morning. Fibergas. Django, good morning. Thank you for being here. Seymour Liddy, get those likes up. Gang, gang, gang. A little bit slow right now. T-Fata. Good morning. Good to see us. Quick Smoker. Otter Gang. You guys could still chuck otters in the chat, man. Press the Windows button. Okay? And press the period on your keyboard, and you guys can just type in otter, and you can get, you know, otters in the chat, baby. It's the original otter. It may not have as big as a schlong as this otter, okay? We like this one because it's definitely schlonging, right? It tells us which way the price is going to go every single day. We're going up today. Just very slowly. Just very slowly. But there's still, you know, it's curved up and to the right. Some people's is curved up and to the right. This one's curved up and to the right. One more sweep to 103. Yeah, that I would like to see a sweep down. There's a lot of liquidity below us, Ryan. I agree with that. Boycott YouTube. If anyone can survive and thrive, it's you, AlexOCrypto. You lead, we follow. I love you, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, exactly. It's not about the money. It's about the emojis. It's about the community. That's it, man. And now I can't just like call everybody a lurker. Everybody in the background there who isn't saying good morning, you're a lurker, okay? I can't find you anymore, but I know you're there. And it's kind of interesting. You get 200 people in here, and you see you got like 50 people talking. Right? You got 50 people talking. And there's We're all waiting for a trade here. Top-down analysis. Why people bullish? No rate cuts. Still not solved. Okay. It was just this. The sentiment of Jerome Powell yesterday, flabbergasted, was very, very bullish and optimistic until they really asked him about tariffs. So Jerome's kicking the can down the road after yesterday, talking about tariffs and saying he wants to have the data from the summer. His statement yesterday, he talked about he needs the data from the summer in order to cut rates. So he's basically postponing it. So I think we have end of July. So he's kicking the can down the road to basically September, November. We could get a double cut. I think I was watching Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin has a good summary on it. Meet Kevin, is it? Meet Kevin? He has a good summary on it. He does a good job, I think, of really breaking it down. Let me see if I can find it for you. I kind of like the way he breaks this down when he talks about it. This one here. Oopsie, not that one. That's my. He does a pretty good job of explaining it here. I think that's a good video for you to watch to understand why is it kind of bullish, and also why is it bearish, right? Like there's both ways, right? I think it's a market right now of indecision. Let's go. Look at the otters in the chat. Look at the otters in the chat. Love it. Love it, guys. Good morning, Brostius. Good morning, John Foster Crypto. Yeah, the memberships are paused, John Foster Crypto. Right now, the monetization has been paused on my channel. I'm under surveillance. Oh man. What can we do? We can just be kind and we can all support one another, John Foster Crypto. Right now, I've taken the action necessary. If we need to take more, I will always let you guys know if you can help, or we can do maybe a petition or something like that. I'll look into it today more. But it's just about being patient right now, John Foster Crypto, and being grateful that we have, a platform to hang out with. Thank you so much, V Monitor. Thank you for being here. Splash Landing. Good to see our pink. Yeah, join the free Discord. Come over to the free Discord. Hang out here. That's the best way to. We always have announcements and everything in here. You don't have to join. We had a free Discord for forever, right? So you just come over here. When you join, go over to the verification and verify. Then you have your whole Otter Talk section over here where we say good morning and we all kick butt, takes names. You can ask me questions, whatever you want. I'm pretty quick to respond. And then we obviously have our gang, our family, the paid section where you can come over and we give a lot of signals and setups and lots of good stuff. So a plethora of goodies. Okay. Look at all those otters. Let's go, baby. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here, supporting the channel. Good morning, Keith, Bernie, Dylan. Good morning, Famo. Let's go, baby. John Foster. Randy Hipper in the chat. I can post the Randy Hipper emojis, even though we are anti-emojied right now. Thank you for being here, Randy. Wick's wife fine 89. I got you as well. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel. God bless. Okay, so let's take a look at the market. Let's take a look at the market because right now we sideways. Okay, we sideways. Maybe we can do some altcoins and we can do a little lesson today, and then we can cutter. I don't know if we're going to take a trade today. So we got entries. We'll talk about entries today. Okay. Let's see some altcoins in the chat, everybody. We'll go over some altcoins right now. Chris Ford Ranger, just come over to the Discord, my man. And there's a membership tab if you do want to join. Make sure you watch the video first. Okay, membership. Watch the video. Make sure it's the same email associated with your Discord portfolio, and you can become a member here. You get a full schedule of live streams, all the goodies here, if you consider it. And we'll go through all your altcoins, and we'll look at pullbacks. ICP, ADA, Ondo, Hype, ETH, Sui. Solana. I'm not touching Fartcoin. All right, that's enough for me. Looks like Bitcoin's pushing here, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We'll run through those altcoins. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here, subscribing if you are new. Let's jump into it. So looking at the charts, what is Bitcoin really doing right now? We're sideways, right? We're sideways, really in a range for almost a month now. May, June, almost a month now. This is what? Let's go to the daily. Let's measure, baby. So sideways for a month, right? What do we got here? Yeah, 40 days sideways. Yikes. All right, so sideways. How do we trade sideways? Well, we have a range trading video in our Discord, but whenever you establish a range, you're always looking at the first high and the first low, right? So you're always looking here, right? Initially, any deviation out of the range is always an opportunity to probably sell or probably buy, okay? After that range is developed, right, you're going to create volume. So volume is always going to be very important within a range. Okay, so you're going to have this chop in here, but anytime you deviate below that chop, value area low, you can possibly look for longs, and deviate above, you can possibly look for shorts in confluence with stuff like a 786, golden pocket. As we can see in here, we had the 786 level. We had a bounce level yesterday. Just looking for these levels to be respected in some sort of fashion. Looking through Market Cipher, there is some hopium on the daily and the 12. The daily and the 12-hour here have nice trigger waves, so we could have anchored trigger wave. Even though this isn't as low as we would want it to be, this is still positive, and we have VWAP overextended. The problem is we have lower highs on money flow. So we would need this to push up today and then hopefully pull the momentum up into possibly next week. This could be a next week kind of event where we have this, right? Or we have this. Looking at Monday, Tuesday, right? Monday's typically bullish. So that would be ideal. Now we do have, the threat of the Middle East going on right now, and we should be all aware of that. That right now, if you are taking trades, be very, very, very diligent with stop losses, okay? Because one tweet, bam, your account's gone. So as soon as you enter a trade, you must have a stop loss, okay? You must. Even if it's lower than you initially meant to, just put it on, please, okay? The 12-hour, same thing. We got the double bottom in here. Looking good, right? Looking good. Looking good. We got a beautiful double bottom in here, hopefully pushing up, right? But sideways. So sideways, how do we get out of sideways, right? That's always the question. Well, it's typically pretty aggressive, right? You get a deviation below the lows, which is sometimes called manipulation, but you have sideways, right? And then you have that sweep, the liquidity sweep, the spring in Wyckoff theory, right? A spring that grabs liquidity out of the lows, and then you have a consolidation and then a pop, right? It's like the balloon goes underwater, and the balloon comes up from underwater, and then it goes bam. Okay, and this is your friend's chin. Okay, and comes up, bang, hits him in the chin, and then it continues up. Okay, so that's what typically happens, right? And we can look at this throughout all of price action here. This is when it happens downwards, right? We can see here, bam. Okay. So understanding what happens typically in a consolidation sideways, right? You have your sideways downwards, right? You have that sweep, you have the higher low, you have the aggressive higher low that everybody's looking lower, right? So you have the sweep, the higher low, the aggressive higher low that everybody's looking lower that you never get to, and then you're off to the races, okay? So these are things we must identify with current price action right now. So do we have a sweep in here? No, not yet. Okay, maybe this is sufficient because we have swept this low. If we were trading this as a fractal, okay, so fractal trading just means in general that the 12-hour trades the same as the daily, trades the same as the 30-minute, trades the same as the 5-second chart. So if this was a 5-second chart or a 3-minute chart, like we were scalping, right, where would I be looking for a trade? Well, if we're up only and then we're consolidating, I'm definitely looking for a retest of highs, okay? I'm always looking for a retest of an order block, an area, before continuation, okay? I'm looking for this. This would be ideal. I just want a higher low in here, and that's where I, plan to get gig along, okay? If that does not happen, right, we look to get acceptance back into a value area, right? Why is this 97 so important? Well, we look over here and we use look left confluence, right? Look left confluence is going to show us that 97, 98, right in here, we have a massive amount of volume that would be respected if we did come lower. I mean, I don't think we just blast right through it unless, it was a very, very scary event, right? I would think that we would dip and then we'd have some support. So that would be like if we roll over. However, if we continue upwards, we're in price discovery. Very easily done. If we're in price discovery, we can pull the range high to range low, and we can see that our extension levels is 120,000. You're wondering why every influencer is saying 120,000. There it is, okay? 120,000 as a potential target, okay? And then we're looking at the 618, which is 131 to 137, 138. Okay, so that's your extension for the range, right? Swing low to swing high, you get your extension levels, and that's where we would be looking for price to pop out of, right? Pop out of, boom, up here, everybody gets excited, then they rug you. Okay, I don't know what they're going to do, but that would be the target, 120, if we are going to break up, or if we roll over, we're looking to come down to 97. Okay, very simple, right? Keep it simple, and we just want to take trades within this chop sideways price action, which will allow us to potentially catch the move, okay? Catching the move, letting that runner go, right? And sideways price action. You must learn how to trade a range. That's going to be vital to your survival in trading. Buy low, sell high is very important. So you must identify the range. You must be able to trade the range using volume and support and resistance. Going into an 8 hour, it's always something I track, and money flow is looking a lot better here. Ramping up, VWAP crossover, looking strong. However, right now we know it's just a chop day, so it's really allowing the market to reset. However, I do see that we possibly have the potential for one more sweep, especially with this choppy price action. And we did leave, if we look in the 4 hour, we did leave a bunch of liquidity below us in here. So maybe not an aggressive sweep, okay, but a sweep nonetheless. That would be ideal. Okay, right around this, right around this low here. I would think if we swept that and we bounced, we would be looking to rotate back up to the highs, okay? If we do that. If not, we have a lot of resistance in front of us, okay? We have not come back to the liquidity above us, so there is liquidity up at these highs all the way down to these highs here, right? If we're looking at where the liquidity resides, it's all in here. Okay, so we're looking at order blocks, we're looking at previous lows, we're looking at liquidity, we're looking at golden pocket areas, okay, all within here to act as resistance as price moves forward, okay? We have our areas that we're all ready for, okay? So higher probability areas that we're looking for potential longs and shorts. So prepared nonetheless. Okay, that's what we always want to do. We want to be taking high probability trades in key areas, which will allow us to have a higher winning percentage, and that's how we make money, right? The 4, trigger wave up. The 3, double bottom pushing up, however, rolling over. Okay, money flow is a little bit concerning here on the 4 and the 3 hour, but the 1 hour is giving a little bit of chop hopium, trying to push back in. So mixed signals, and that's to be expected, especially after yesterday and a holiday today. Okay, so no trade right now. Looking for potential bounce off golden pocket, which we have here. I believe it's right there. No, it's right here. Okay, bounce off golden pocket. I got to put these, got to stay organized. Bounce off golden pocket, continuation up. Okay, however, I'm more inclined to think we sweep this low. Okay, I'm more inclined to think that. These lows, yeah, they're on the table. We could say they're on the table, but, we're not, not backing up the truck here. I would be more inclined to think, because we didn't do it yesterday. Okay, we didn't sweep here yesterday, and we didn't sweep here yesterday. So I would be more inclined to think we do something like that. But who knows, right? Who knows? Buy low, sell high, right? So this would be our buy low. This would be the bun of the, hot dogs in here, buns up here, right? This is Chop City. So being prepared, always having a plan, right? This is like a really, really, this is a balloon dog with like really bad back problems, right? Right? So we wait, we be patient. We look around the markets, there's good signs all around. We can see that, we have had that V-shaped recovery here on our beautiful S&P 500, looking strong, coming back up, looking to attempt to come to all-time highs. Very aggressive move. The only concern I have right now is this big gap that we have down at 5,700. Can we, possibly come here before we go there? Absolutely. On some sort of, maybe black swan event that we know that is possible at any time in the next couple of days. We know what's going on. I don't have to tell you. Okay. The NASDAQ, same thing. Looks great. Still got that area down in here. That's of interest to me. Okay. Same thing. So we have the highs. We have this parabolic uptrend that, doesn't want to just stop, right? It just keeps going. However, it's kind of in a make or break spot where we look for a potential retracement on these things. So Russell, looking for expansion. Failed breakout of the inverse head and shoulders that we've been looking at forever. Looking for that continuation. No continuation for now. Okay. Any higher lows to be welcomed here. Okay. So that's fine as well. Just trying to be patient. The Dixie rolling over, but failing to really break down. Okay. You can see some little strengths coming in here. And this is a big trend line that we are finally potentially breaking out of right now, which could bring us back up into our swear jar area, which is right around that 100 psychological level for the Dixie. Okay, so a bunch of things to be aware of. Oh, big rollover here for Bitcoin. A massive move. Down 0.1% here. Rejection off the VWAP. My God, what are we all going to do? Okay. So prepared trader is a profitable trader. And that's enough out of me about Bitcoin. What do you guys think? Do you guys think up or down for Bitcoin? Do you think one more sweep? You guys got to let me know in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Right now, no trade. Looking for Bitcoin to potentially roll over. Typically, we're looking for trades right now. To me, it's not a day to really be trading, friends. Not a day to be trading. It's a day to be, maybe planning your DCA strategy, your key levels, setting alerts on all your charts, breaking down your watch list, those kind of things. It's really a good day for stuff like that. If oil goes up, Dixie will also go up. Want to see the sweep of 100K? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Does orb mean anything today with the market closed? Absolutely, it still does. Yeah, absolutely, Paul. It's still tradable. It's not like the orb is privy to just having market open. I think the orb is always tradable. I was thinking sweep 2, shorting Ondo. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're getting a nice roll over here. Liquidity below us, right? Very, very clear liquidity below us. Like, look at this is up only here. I just call this non-constructive price action, right? I want to see price action like this, and when it leaves a big gap, I typically look to come and grab it, right? Which would be right here, and it lines up quite perfectly with our golden pocket here. Break it down now. Could lose this low right now. No trade for me, guys. Let's go through some of your altcoins. Have a quick look at all those altcoins here. We got ICP, ICUP. I typically don't. I used to do streams like this. I used to do all the top-down analysis for all you guys on the live stream, but now we just trade, man. But we can definitely break down a chart. We've been doing it for years, so it's always important to be able to do this for yourself. And I think I have looked at a whole bunch of these, so we already have key levels for you. So looking at 488, yeah. Got a couple volume levels. This thing has been absolutely hammered, okay? Most of these things have been. You're in the consolidation range. You haven't really had a spring out of here. You do have uptrending support coming in here. So if you do come down, you would look for that psychological level, which you're at right now is at $5, right? So you're at that $5 level, but this would be holding it at 490 here on ICP. And then your value area low in that $4.50, which has held pretty aggressively, would be the next level that I look for on ICP. So if this then that, looking for potential bounces down here on ICP. Going over to Cordanzo, my God, ADA. I sold all my ADA. You might want to unsubscribe because you're a Charles Hoskin fanboy, but that's okay. ADA's got to come down, in my opinion. Where to? Okay, so looking at ADA. That was a good little ADA trade we took in there. So we look at ADA on more of a higher term time frame. We can definitely go from swing low to swing high here. You can see that we have tapped the 786. We have come into the liquidity of the lows in here as well. Okay, if we're going to bounce, this is an area. With any of these things, though, friends, what you're doing is you're just waiting for a structure change. You're waiting for this to be broken and then a bounce, okay? ADA's the slowest one of all of them, where it doesn't really care how long it takes, right? It's just waiting. Yeah, lots of liquidity. So if you are going to sweep, it's definitely going to be in here. Lots of liquidity. Unfortunately, it looks like you're coming to 50 cents, man. I would set an alert just in front of 50 cents. I would go over here. I would put an alert here at 53 if you're looking to buy. Put an alert for that sweep. If you don't hold here, you're going there. Okay, very, very simple, but you just need to understand that is that it doesn't have to be complicated. All you need to understand is that once you start to change structure, if Bitcoin starts to push and you get ADAs pushing out like this, it makes a higher high, you're looking for a higher low continuation, because once ADA starts to go, it goes. Okay, that's one thing you got to understand about your tokens that you are trading. Once ADA decides to go, it's gonzo. Okay, it's a very aggressive coin when it goes, but it's very painfully slow until it does. Okay, very painfully slow. Understand the tokens you're trading. Bitcoin, yeah, holding the low. Anybody get short off VWAP? Let me know in the chat. We're gonna get a bull div in here, holding that momentum trend line. I'm going to get a bull div in here, an aggressive sweep down. Very, very, very ugly price action. Very ugly. This looks like lower. Looks low, like it's going to go lower right now. We'll see. No trade right now, friends. Just trying to wait it out. ADA is my ETH. ADA is a stable coin. ICP, yeah. It's like the PPI data. Bananas are slightly radioactive. Oh, God. You guys are hilarious. Good morning, Vitor. Good morning, D. Oz. Thank you guys for being here. Paul Caruso, Ryan H. Good morning to you. Harp, good morning. How many likes do we got on here? We got demonetized on YouTube. We got to get those likes up. We got rookie numbers in here. We got 290 people in here, 112 likes. I think we can do a lot better. Guys, don't you want to see the channel survive? I'm not here to guilt trip you. I'm sorry. I'm not here to guilt trip you. We're just grateful you are here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Good morning, Ob. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, OG Blockchain, Moon's Meme. Joni, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Jesse, Eddie, thank you for being here as well. Magical screenshots. I'm short Fartcoin and Arrow. Okay, let's go, baby. Hopefully that works out for you. Good morning, Riot. Good to see you, my bro. Nah, guilt trip the poop out of us. We need you around, man. Guys, you need to like the dang video because I'm demonetized. YouTube is coming after me. I'm just here to try and help you guys navigate this stuff. And if you fail to touch that button, I might fail to show up to help you guys press buy and sell. Oh, man. I'm not good at the guilt trip, guys. I'm not good at the guilt trip. I'm just like pressing buy and sell successfully and trying to help you guys navigate these charts. That's it. That's it. YouTube being a nambe-pambe. Yeah. Absolutely. What is your BTC view, long or short? I like to see a sweep and then a bounce. If you do rewind Moon Meme, I did a full Bitcoin top-down analysis for everybody already. Okay, so you just gotta rewind. Bro, you're a trader. YouTube money is nothing to you. Absolutely. So I restarted a new account. I transferred out my profits, and my account was at 26,238 to start this week, right? I write this down. Start of the week, right here. You see? Today, it's at 27,294, okay? Always being transparent. Always. So I transferred money out. I bought some altcoins, right? 27,294. I started with 26,238. Okay. I write it down every day. So this week, right? I took a day off. This week, I'm up $1,000, which is good, right? I'm up $1,000. And we keep working, man. We keep working. We're trying to compound the accounts, right? Keep stacking, DCAing, taking profits, rotating, right? Slowly but surely, right? That's it. And I'm always sharing it with you guys, transparent, honest, all that stuff. I don't have to say that stuff. You guys know it. But we're always working to try and be better. I like this for a bounce here. Oh, man. I like this for a bounce, but damn this price action. Good morning, Otter Gang. Former lurker here. Thank you for being here, Andrew Rutledge. God bless, man. We got the bumblebees. You guys are making this is like wish.com emojis. We got the wish.com emoji version right now. So throw some otters in the chat. Throw some bumblebees in the chat. Tony Soprano, what would your wish.com? Is there a mafia? No. Italian? No. We can't put those in there. This is Tony Soprano's. I know. It's this emoji. This is the Tony Soprano wish.com emoji. It's this one. Where is it? Give me the fingers. The A paisano. Right? Where is it? I can't find it, man. That's the one. Too much alpha, Tom. Too much alpha. Alexandra G is part of the Simpsons. I always wonder why they're yellow. Why are they yellow? Why aren't they like I don't know, red or something. Nice bounce here for Bitcoin. Let's go over and take a look at another poopy coin here. You got Ondo. Okay, let's take a look at Ondo for you. Ondo requested. Oof, Ondo falling. Ooh, that was a nice Ondo long. I wonder if that was given in advance here. That was a good level. Ondo falling. Wyckoff accumulation 2 model. Okay, so clearly this is going to be your area of interest. As you're coming down, you're going to be tracking this momentum here to the downside, looking for a break, setting an alert. Okay. Altcoins, you just got to be patient for the break, right? So you got the break structure right here. Okay. However, you haven't broken this downtrend. So you got downtrend here. You break the downtrend, higher low, break the structure. So you're looking for a higher low possibility here, but you haven't really broken the main vein, okay? The main vein being there. So you could potentially, if you're zooming in here, you could potentially look for a retracement back into here for your initial bounce. At 74. But I would just look for this trend line to be broken. If you lose this here, you're looking to come back down to these lows. Okay? We can pull volume in here to get a little bit more of an accurate level, and you can pop that beautiful cherry right there and right here. Okay, and that's the levels you're looking at for Ondo if it rolls over, right? If you roll over, these are the levels you're looking to find support at 71 here. You got your volume level, and then you got your sweep of your low, okay? So you're looking at all three of these levels for Ondo for a potential bounce, okay? If this, then that. So you want to see price come into this area, react a certain way, and then you're able to fire off the long. Same with any of these other levels, okay? You just want to wait for the reaction, the higher high, and off to the races you go. That's it. Okay, set the trap, wait for the trap to happen. For me, I would just prefer to this. I would more likely like a macro change in momentum, right? I would like this to be broken, and then we go. That's very simply how I would treat Ondo. 300 people in here, 160 likes. Come on, baby. Let's get those likes up to the viewers. Thank you, everybody, for being here, supporting the channel, hanging out, smacking likes. Subscribe if you are new. Bitcoin, trying to go here. Trying to go. We got the VWAP resistance in front of us right now. And very low volume, my friends. Very low volume. Choppy, choppy, choppy. No trade. No market open today. So we wait here with the Bitcoin price. We got bull divs here at a support level. Trying to push back up. Fair value gap here. Maybe a retest of previous lows. You could potentially be looking for, this wick test continuation down. Okay? It would be, and then you'd be targeting basically down to the golden pocket. But it's choppy, guys. It's not something that I'm going to personally trade today. I don't think it's smart putting on risk in an environment like this. You just be the technicals are great, but it's like you'd be a victim of just chicanery, right? Complete tricks, right? So you don't want to be caught in the middle of a trade that you're sitting there thinking for way too long, in my opinion, on a day like this. And you'll either talk yourself out of the trade, tell yourself to stay into the trade, and that just ends up being a disaster as a trader. You want to make clear, fact-based, statistic-based decisions, right? All right. Looking at hype, this is finally coming down to reality. I was looking at all these levels throughout. These were all alerts. Good. This is good. Finally, this coin's cooling off a little bit, so there's a potential opportunity on hype here. I do believe it will do well. Okay, however, coming back and retesting this would be cool. So this is kind of like a kill zone in here. Now we can see we have multiple confluences coming in this area here. So this would be first and foremost, my general idea would be $36 for hype. If we are, and then if we get acceptance back into this range in here, okay? Sometimes you don't want to pull all this data. You just want to pull this data here, and then you can really isolate. You got the value area high here and the point of control coming in down in this level here. So you're looking generally 35.50 for hype, and then you got that big, I would say, big area of liquidity coming down here at $30. Okay, that psychological $30 level. You have a couple stops along the way. However, if you get acceptance into this range, if you come down into this range in here, you would look to rotate to the lows very simply, right? So keep your eyes on hype. 35. You got one more level here coming in up at these lows here. There's a liquidity level here. So 33, so 30, 33, and 35 would be the areas that I would be interested in. Also tracking momentum to the downside, right? So you should be tracking this downtrend here and looking for that mitigation. Same kind of deal with all the other tokens. I always do this because it lets me know when the token is attempting to break the opposite direction, right? We have downtrend, 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 downtrend. Oh, maybe retest continuation out, right? And if you just do this on all your tokens, look, if you did it here, you would have been able to get on the higher low, right? If you did it here, you would have been able to short this thing here, right? If you did it here, same deal, right? It's a much safer entry to get in here with confidence and take this thing up than to try to buy this. This is hard. And we're very successful at doing this, but with tokens like this, you want to have the confidence of the move, in my humble opinion. Okay, so you track momentum to the downside, and then you look for potential breaks and continuations. If you get clear-cut structure, meaning a low, another higher low, or a lower low with a break of structure and continuation with a higher low, right? So this can be lower or higher, doesn't really matter, but you want to see the structure break and the retest come in. Therefore, you can have good risk management where you practice a good stop loss, and you have clear-cut risk to reward with a good R multiple. That's always what you want to do in either direction, okay? That's the basics of trading. So you want to definitely employ that every single day, and you can be successful as long as you know the right stuff to look for. Bitcoin is sideways. Bitcoin is sideways. Jeez. We can't force it, guys. We can't force it. This looks like a bear flag, right? This looks like it's going to roll over. I'm going to get some more coffee. I don't know what you guys need, but go get some more coffee. Go and, I don't know, kiss your dog, kiss your wife. I'll be right back.
On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto. 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 What you know about juice? Making the moves, that'll blow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof, a building portfolios, taking well over exceptional pain. I'm trapping this game, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pan full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an otter gang with an auto flame, with a lot of hate. Get about the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trader, get another play. They playing God so pretentious. Grapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me, but it's TRB. You heard of TRB? I don't know. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto, on the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto. 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 AlexOCrypto.
And we're back. Oh man, Bitcoin moved by $20. That's a tune, man. Maybe I got demonetized because of the tune. So good. I always lose like 20, 30 people when we do this. It's weird. You can tell they're like TikTok people, right? People got it's going to be a real problem in about, I'd say, 10 years. The attention span of a goldfish. You know? Like, can you guys think the new generation, can the new generation sit through like a movie? What's a long, like Titanic? You think they could watch all of Titanic? I don't know if this new generation would last. I think, they'd make it to the car scene. They wouldn't even make it to the boat sinking. It's like, it's sad, man. And you see these kids walking around right now, and all they doing is looking at phones. And they're just swiping. I was in a community center, with my son. And like my son, it's just like, he's free as a bird. And you see all these other kids sitting on the benches. And they're just right in a phone, man. They're right in the phone, man. The boat sinks. What's going on, Django? Back in my day, Buck, we used to throw rocks at each other and give each other wedgies. There's that rollover that we talked about. Retest to previous highs. Anybody short that? I said that's where the short would be. And it was. Anybody short that? Jeez. Great call, AlexOCrypto. Good thing this is never financial advice and we're only here to entertain, baby. What price do you think BTC will come to? Initially, we're looking at 104. Then we got... I really like 102.8. I really like 102.8, but it doesn't mean it necessarily has to happen, okay? So we went over hype. Let's go over and take a look at Ethereum. Okay, and Ethereum's actually a really good chart right now. It's sideways. In this environment, sideways is good. Okay? The issue with sideways right now, though, just like ADA, just like XRP, there's a lot of liquidity in this pump here. It's that imbalance in price action, right? You don't have the higher highs, higher lows. Now, Ethereum, we caught the long over here back in the day. We caught this long on the Discord. So thank you, Kyle. I made a plethora of money on this move here on the Discord. But we caught this long ascending triangle here. But we caught this long right from the lows. I backed up the house on that trade. And what do we have here? We have very much consolidation sideways in here, right? So buy low, sell high, right? So that's how you would treat it. If we get an SFP, we have these two levels below 2384 and 2270. Okay, so those would be the two levels that I'm looking at on Ethereum. Definitely set your alerts. I'm going to set an alert. I always set my alerts in front of when the price action is so that I can have a time to make a better decision if price gets down into that area. Okay, always try to front run with your alerts. So like in case you're doing something or you're driving, because all you guys trading and driving should be careful. You should definitely front run your alerts, just like you front run key levels with taking profits, right? It's the same sort of attitude, okay? Please like everybody. Yeah, that would be great if you guys could like the stream. Subscribe if you're new. We're here every morning, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. trading Bitcoin live in front of you guys. Those levels would flip daily bearish. So WaveSafer, what is your opinion on if we sweep and we don't close the daily? So we sweep down, maybe we close like a 4-hour candle, but we don't close a 12-hour or a 4-hour. We sweep and bounce, right? And we get acceptance back into the range. To me, that's bullish. Even if we sweep, right? I'm talking about a quick move, right? And acceptance back into the range. That's kind of what I would look for if this, then that, right? And that's kind of it. It all aligns to kind of my feeling on Bitcoin. But I would like, if we candle close below this low in here on a daily, then we're probably retracing back into this thing here. Okay? Trading and driving daily. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Whatever you're into. Whatever you're into. Let's go look at SWI. I love SWI. But SWI is SWI is in our pink box right now. That's hilarious. So SWI has come back down after that massive push up. Okay, you can see all the alerts I have on SWI. Now, if SWI or SUI, there's not a lot of support here, friends. There's not a lot of support. You're maybe here. If you lose here, you're coming down here. It's not pretty. So SWI is now at a very critical level, in my opinion. So I would like to see higher highs and higher lows very, very clearly. That's it. And I will mark off this just to be prepared. Nice golden box. Look at that level, though. Levels are being respected. Look at that. It's really good. But this is bull div. This is downtrend aggressive. Right? So you need some sort of oomph to get you going again. Okay? Need some oomph. Not looking too oomphy. Okay, so 250, 280. Must hold. Otherwise, you're coming back down to 230. Very, very simple. And then we got Solana, which is one of the most, I think $150 Solana is a steal. Okay? $150 Solana, absolute steal. I think Solana easily. I can't do a price prediction, guys. But if I was a betting man, Solana probably should be $400 minimum. So you got this head and shoulders here. This does not look good. Boop, boop, boop. If you're coming back in here, yeah, you got a lot of stops along the way. Solana is a very chop and poppy kind of trading token. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Man, I wish I bought Solana instead of ADA back in the day. I bought most of my altcoins right in here. I wish I bought Solana. I bought ADA. I bought Matic. I bought Cardano. I bought Arbitrum. And I didn't buy Solana. Can you believe that, guys? Damn, Daniel. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I did buy a lot of Bitcoin too, so I can't complain. Can't complain, be grateful. But damn. Got away, right? Got away. So you can see in here you have a boat ton of support. Did anybody buy Solana down there? Put a 1 in the chat. I'd love to know. Let's go. $15 average Solana. That's wild. Yeah, so you can see here, as long as you're holding 125 Solana, like 130 is kind of your low. Lots of stops along the way. $137 to hold these highs, then 130 to possibly potentially come down to the lower part of. I may be a buyer of Solana if we come down to this level in here. I'll put an alert there. Maybe. I think Solana is a good hold long term even. It's one of those I think it'll be around. Bitcoin rolling over as expected right now, so SFP of the lows. No trade right now, just waiting here. Let's see what continues to materialize in here. Yeah. Ugly. 9 o'clock, let's check the hourly, everybody. Hourly, money flow is rolling over. Getting a little trigger wave here, so we could look for this to come back up like this. That would give us like momentum to the upside around this afternoon, around 6 o'clock tonight. Okay, if we get something like that. Yeah, late evening, maybe a push, so maybe we come down into that late evening, and then we get the push, right? Boop, 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 boop. And then we get, continuation. But right now, rolling over quite aggressively on Bitcoin. Thank you, everybody, for being here, smacking up those like buttons. I do appreciate you guys hanging out here. No market open today, guys. Just an interesting little chop solidation here after Jerome Powell kind of rugged and then pumped us. Okay, retail sales tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a good day. And then next week, Monday, existing home sales, GDP, durable goods, okay, personal spending, core PCE on Friday. So a little bit of a week of news-driven data, but really we know the black swan is hanging over the heads right now. So we need to just be very due diligent with our stop losses, with our risk management, and making sure that we're always taking high probability trade setups, okay? So to end this off, we're going to go over entries, guys, because you guys asked me to go over entries in the poll. So we're going to talk about entries and what helps us enter a trade, okay? So there's a couple of things we're looking for. Price action. We're looking for rules to be met. We are also looking for key levels, patterns, continuation. I can't spell that. Continuation plays. Okay. Conditions met. And it must have an R3 multiple. Okay? These are things that we're always looking for as traders. Okay? No matter what, when we're looking for an entry on a trade, oh, I'm looking for this. Oh, I'm looking for that. Is it in a key area? What is important when trying to make a decision on an entry? These are the things that need to run through your mind. Am I in an area of confluence, meaning is it like maybe it's a fair value gap, maybe it's an order block, maybe it's a golden pocket, maybe it's a VWAP, maybe it's a SFP. Is it in an area that I'm looking to take a trade? First and foremost, right? Is this in an area, right? Like we said, as a scalper, right? We said mitigation of a low, right? Retest of a previous low as resistance, short setup, right? Fair value gap being filled. Okay, so opportunity to get short here. Now, intentional wise, we're on a 3-minute time frame, so we must be looking to scalp and take profits early. It's not something that we were looking for, let's say, down here yesterday when we took the long. Okay, and we did all take the long yesterday, which was incredible. But in this price action here, we were able to long FOMC yesterday, okay? A very, very nice long. Now, why did we take this long, right? So, yesterday we had double top over here. Double top. So we were like this. We can see that there's sellers here, right? We can see that there's this momentum to the upside. We also had a trigger wave to the downside right here, coming down and rolling over. So we didn't take the short because Jerome was talking. So it rolled over and we were waiting. We had golden pocket first. No reaction at golden pocket. So lower. SFP of the low. What does the rules need to be met for the SFP of the low? Well, I want to see a sweep, which we did. If we go over to the 1-minute time frame, it was actually quite incredible how obvious this was. Okay, we go over to the 1-minute time frame here and we take a look here. We can see that we had a volume sweep on this candle right here. We waited for this candle, if you were there on the live, right? And then we had a close back above this low here, engulfing, and we got long here. Okay, we didn't buy it here. We didn't buy it here. We didn't buy it here. We bought it here, okay? Entry conditions, right? Rules being met, closing back in within the range, hammer candle, volume being swept, clear, sweep, and pop. Coming back in, higher low, continuation out, easy trade, take profit 1, take profit 2, okay? Easy. Okay, then you had the retest. So you must have rules, right? You must understand what price action is going to look like when you get to a key area. So being able to do a thorough top-down analysis on your chart, marking out key levels. Where am I looking for trades? How am I looking for trades? What is the rules that need to be met for me to enter those trades, right? Where's my risk management? Is it a big enough trade for me to take the trade so that when it presents itself, I'm confident that I've taken this trade multiple times, I've back-tested it, I've seen the statistics that if I take this trade with good risk management with an R3 in this situation, I have a 70 to 80% chance of winning, okay? Which is what we want to do, right? Right now we are getting an SFP out of this area here. We are possibly getting a bull div in here. If we get acceptance back into our triangle, we could look for a fake out trade and continuation back up to the top of the range, right? These ideas must always be readily available, right? But really, where am I looking? I'm looking for this thing to come down to the golden pocket, react the same way we look for reactions on the short-term time frames in key areas on the bigger term time frames where I have a much higher probability of taking successful trades, okay? If we're not doing that, we're not giving ourselves an edge, right? We always want to give ourselves an edge. We're all into edging. We all love edging, okay? Maybe some of you don't, but I'm just saying, we want to look for that, right? Maybe we were looking for the liquidity sweep of this low right now. That's what we were looking for. We got the liquidity sweep coming down into it this morning, right? Big old sweep. There's a sweep, bounce back up, hammer candle engulfing. If this closes in 10 minutes positively, maybe that's our entry criteria that we've tested to buy this candle. Stop loss below the low, targeted back up to the top of the range, okay? Very simple, but it must be met and must have conditions around it. It must be something that has been tested, and it must be something that, hey, if this, then that. You also must be able to understand what type of trade you're taking, okay? Because typically price action is one or two things. It's range bound or it's trending. It's range bound 80% of the time. So you must learn how to trade a range. Now, this range could be quite giant in some cases. So you also must understand how to jump onto a trend within a range. Okay, so if this is your range, you must understand how to get into this trend safely within the range. That's why higher term timeframes and lower term timeframes are so important. Okay. Also, I highly suggest you understand what bottoming structure looks like. If you do not understand what it looks like, go through your dang chart, get out your Alt V, and go and put on your chart everywhere you want to buy. Okay, this is what you must do to understand where is it that I want to buy price. Okay, then you go through your chart and you go, where do I want to sell price? Okay, and you must understand what is going on in these areas where I'm looking to buy and sell throughout the chart. Okay, and these are the areas where you're going to make money, right? So you go through and you look at this stuff with volume, with your oscillator, right? You go through in here. Okay, I wanted to buy this. What is going on here? We have three drives to the lows. We have an SFP. We have a higher low. We have continuation trade here, right? What is happening on your oscillator in this? Okay, money flow is coming up. We have bullish divergence in here, right? We have a retest. We have another hidden bull div here. We have a lower low and a higher low here, right? And we have a break of momentum. We can get long here. Okay, what is going on in these lows that allows me to take a trade, right? And go to the next one. Okay, I want to short here. We got triple top, 3 drives to the top into a key resistant area. So 3 drives. We have a mitigation of the low here, a retest, and a dump. Okay, so you should be aware that structure is changed here, a retest and a rollover. Okay, very simple, but you must understand what's going on here so you can identify it here and you can take the short here, okay, confidently, right? And then you can make your money with key targets on the way down with a high R multiple. Okay, and by doing this and going through your chart, you're really going to maximize your profitability, right? Okay, we got bull divs in here. We got probably a golden pocket retest right here. Yes, we do. Continuation out. Break a structure, right? You can get long off of this right here or right here. SFP of the lows as well. Okay, so understanding these things and going through your charts and really putting in the work, right? Doing an absurd amount of volume that allows you to make better decisions based on price action. That's going to help you with entries, okay? And then it's being confident in taking the trade, not risking too much money, risking 1% per trade so that you don't feel like you're losing your life savings per trade, right? So that it's repeatable over time. This is a long-term journey. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, okay? So that's entries in a nutshell. We go into this in more detail in the channel all the time. We specify on the entries, on what we're looking for, how we're looking for them, how to develop key levels, how to mark out your charts properly, what tools I use, what tools other traders use, and really how we're looking to take advantage of what's going on in our chart. It's not an easy gig, Okay, you got to put in the effort, but overall, over time, you're definitely going to be able to maximize your profitability. Okay? Look at this push. Hopefully that helps you guys with entries, guys. Please like and subscribe if you are enjoying the content. We're here to help every single day. Thank you guys for being part of the gang. Let's go, baby. We're getting some volume here. We might be looking for a trade now. Thank you, everybody, for being here, hanging out. We front ran that daily pivot there. Okay, breakout retest. I'm going to get rid of some of these trend lines. They are not helping me make better decisions this morning. Hey, little man. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hey. My son's outside the door. Hi, handsome. Yeah? You want to come press buy and sell? Yeah? Hey, buddy. Yeah? Come say hi. Aw, little man. My wife and little man outside the doors saying hello right now. Thank you, everybody, for being here. He goes, Dada, Dada. Oh, man. Too blessed to be stressed. Let's be real, man. Got health, wealth, family, community. You guys are great, man. I'm very grateful for every single one of you guys. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me. Smacking up those likes. Subscribe if you're new. We're here trading every single day. Are they teasing us with the volume, gang? What's going on with this, man? We're coming into our fake market open right now, 9:30. Maybe it's a little bit of a tease, guys. I think this is a tease. A little bit of patience here. We got absorption. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not bad. Buyers coming in. A little bit of buyers coming in here into market open. Obviously, we don't have any. Damn. How many people bought that right there? Oh, my God. Look at the rug. Look at the rug. Big old rug. This is nasty. This is nasty, guys. I'm short. Let's go, Dusty. Let's go, baby. Futures ain't even open, right? Futures is moving. So the S&P isn't open, but futures is open. Okay. No one told me that. You guys giving me this and missing this information. We got futures at least. NASDAQ getting rejected here. Bitcoin rolling over. A little bit of volatility coming in this morning. Thank you, everybody, for being here, hanging out, smacking like button, subscribing if you are new. So we will get an orb today. We will get, a couple of things on the charts. So a little bit of patience. A little bit of patience. All right, rolling over here, a little rejection. Downtrend, right? Downtrend patience right now. Thank you, everybody, for being here. What a wild day, man. What a wild day. All right. So Bitcoin looking to roll over here. Getting everybody a little bit of hopium. SFP of the lows in here. I would like lower. We could look for this here. This looks kind of nice in here. If we do come down into this area here and get a bounce. Right now, I'd like to see a push out of VWAP. Okay, so I'd like to see, if we're going to get long here, I'd like to see the push. Rejection from VWAP, holding this, and then pushing out of VWAP, and then we can get long there. That would be better. But for now, let's wait. Yeah, not looking good for the NAS either. All right. Slow and painful. That's how it is today, guys. Slow and painful. I thought we'd get some volume. Look, and it's died off as soon as we got excited. As soon as we got excited. No, it's fine. As soon as we got excited, now they just making us wait. Today is a holiday. Yeah. Futures is open though. Good morning, Milan. Thank you for being here. What's going on? Al Jr. Hey, handsome man. Still waiting here. It's playing with our emotions. No kidding, Saphir. Come on, BTC. Okay. Sui rejected same trend. Should I short? No short for now. No short. We've swept the high here. Now we're coming back down to the lows here. Yeah, rolling over here. Bit nasty. Bit nasty here. Yeah, there's no reason to long here, friends. There's no reason to long here. We'd be looking at this low in here initially. Even this one over here, this higher low. They didn't fully come for it yet. SFP right now. Damn. Rolling over, everybody. Let me know in the chat. If you're long, put a 1 in the chat. If you're short, put a 2 in the chat. If you are sitting on your hands like a good, patient person, put a 3 in the chat. We'd love to know. You guys let me know. Right now, coming down here. Rolling over. Continuation to the downside here. Rugging everybody. NASDAQ doing similar. Okay. Push back here. Retest the previous lows. Continuation down. Coming for this liquidity initially, I think. That would make most sense. Now, I would expect a bit of balance today. If Bitcoin, we're down 0.3 right now on the day. So if Bitcoin comes down, I would expect it to come back up just for the day, especially on a day like this. That's a holiday. There is typically balance depending on which way price moves. But remember, the all lingering Black Swan tweet or Black Swan event is still lingering over our heads right now as we trade. So always be aware that it's a possibility, okay? What do we got in here? Couple of shorts in here. Good job. 222. Good job. 2s throughout. 1 long. Okay. Oliver, good job, man. Hopefully you're long from the bottom of the range. Little Fish chilling. Django chilling. Dusty's short. A couple of you guys are short. Good job. Waiting. Good job. Lorelai's waiting as well. Jeanette's short. Okay, let's go, baby. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Smacking up those like buttons. Otter gang. I'll put the gang in the chat for you guys. I know you guys can't put the emojis, so I got you. 3 but itchy finger, yeah. Just don't go to, oh, that's itchy butt. Go to sleep with itchy butt. Wake up with stinky finger. Damn, I'm never going to get monetized again, guys. I'm sorry, man. I just have too much fun. You're not allowed to have fun these days. That's the one paper planes. Pinky eye. Oh, man. Still waiting here. Rolling. Major support for NAS. Retest of previous highs coming in here. So see if that has any effect on price action for Biddy here. Good rollover here into our fake market open. All right. Doji continuation. Congratulations, everybody, on your shorts. Nice little SFP, I guess, this morning. You know, getting everybody a little bit, cool that we said, this would be the short here. We got that perfect retest twice. Really good. I mean, a dismal move, 0.25%, which is, I guess, not a dismal move, but we still wait here. Doji engulfing, maybe. If it can push here, it might be a potential long. It's kind of very unsatisfactory not sweeping any of this in here. I would think lower. 2-hour blood diamond. Oh, God. It's just coming lower. I like a 4-hour blood diamond. Stop loss to entry. Good job. That's a premature orb today. Yeah. Okay. Still waiting here. $90-minute blood diamonds. I like the 90-minute. 90-minute is good. Front run that 2-hour. Yeah, we're triggering, man. That's nasty. Money flow hopium. Get rid of all these verticals on my chart. Jeez, we got vertical lines everywhere. So continuation down, everybody. Continuation down. Now it's coming into key support, though, so potential bounce out of this area here for the NASDAQ. So if the NASDAQ's, I wouldn't take it as perfect, but it can give you some good ideas of where, just like if you're looking at USDT dominance, right? Are you in an area of confluence where you can look for a potential reversal, right? Up in here, probably not. You may be looking here for a rejection. Orb is set. Orb is set, everybody. So we have our orb for the day. Lose orb, we going down, baby. Hold orb, we could potentially push back, but I would think lower right now. I would definitely think lower, depending on if we're able to crack through this liquidity in here. So shorting here, right? We think lower, but shorting here, understanding that there is a potential for an SFP here, does not make sense. The short was up here at VWAP this morning, so we would have wanted to short VWAP or short the retest of the trend line. That would have been the safer trade. Shorting here with the opportunity for price to go boop is not something that I'm interested in. There's the boop. There's a little boop. 360 people here. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for smacking up that like button. It means the world to me. Channel got demonetized yesterday, so every like helps. Every nice comment helps the channel. And I'm just asking people to come over to the free section of the Discord and hang out there, just in case. Or you never know. We might not be able to stream live on YouTube if our channel gets taken down or whatever. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys are still well informed and have an opportunity to come and hang out with us and trade with us. So if you are interested, come over to the free section of the Discord, say hello. That's where we get all the announcements, everything posted in here, when we go live, when the videos are, where we're going live. And then we have the free section, verify, come over and say hi. We'd love to have you over there in the Discord. It'd be cool. It'd be cool to have you. If not, stay here and maybe you'll miss us. But we do Discord lives and all that good stuff. So come over and hang out. Thank you for being here, subscribing if you're new, smacking up like buttons. 350 people here hanging out. God bless you guys. All right, down we go. Losing orb right now. Losing orb right now. Pretty aggressive. Let's go, baby. Here's that SFP. Is that the SFP? Or are we getting continuation here? There's the SFP. Retest to orb and continuation short would be ideal into golden pocket here. Damn, Daniel, this thing dumping, baby. This thing dumping, baby. GG's on all your gains, everybody. Told you not to mess with the Powell nips. Sean Beringer, Alex, will you take a look at Arrow? Been long since 44. You're doing great, bro. The lowest you come is back down to these highs right now in Arrow. 73 cents, okay? Great job. Looking for a potential short here, everybody. It's not really giving it to us, though. NASDAQery coming down. No trade yet. Just waiting here, guys. Still waiting. No longs until we get clear, like confirmation of a bounce. No longs, just chilling. We still wait here. Bitcoin rolling over. Dominance pushing. NASDAQ rolling over. Still waiting here. Mike giving white noise feedback. Okay, let me check that. Maybe it's turned up a little bit too much, Dave. That should be better there. That should be better there. I turned it down a little bit. That should be better there, Dave. Thank you for that. Are we going to call Bitcoin BlackRock coin now? Yeah, probably. Probably. Still a little bit when I'm silent. It's not showing any noise when I'm silent, so careful saying lowest we go, Alex. Oh yeah, I give any sort of insight, and I might be canceled. So you never know. No problem, Sean. Great trade, by the way, man. Good job, bro. Make sure you are paying yourself, man. Awesome. Trapping shorts right now, everybody. I would expect a pushback, then a rejection. Wick test here. Potential wick test here for a short. Invalidated. Still waiting here, everybody. Thank you for being here, hanging out. Bitcoin rugging, everybody. So we have come for this low here. I'm still, yeah. $15-minute looks pretty overextended here. 30 minutes still has room to the downside. Pretty nasty candle. Hourly here. Yeah, money's coming out pretty aggressive here. You have three potentials for a drive here. Like I said, coming back into later on this afternoon for that pushback. No trade here. Still waiting. Can you explain what these orbs are that you're referring to? So it's your first Rene, or Rini. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but hopefully it's either one of those. But it's your first 15-minute candle. So this 15-minute candle at 9:30 to 9:45 creates your open range breakout, orb, open range breakout. And you can trade based off of this, okay? You can trade based off this data level where you can have breakout retests, consolidation, continuations, a whole bunch of stuff. So it's just a strategy that I use. I've back tested. A lot of people love it, and we make a lot of money here. A lot of fake money here with these strategies. That's open range breakout. It's orb. It's an orb. I would be not surprised if Powell doesn't let the rate drop all this year, not even September, and we shall see. And that's my suspicion. Asia and Euro are walking all over USD right now. Yeah. No problem. Yes, it does, Mickey. It's still a relevant level, right? You can hear white noises too? You shouldn't unless I breathe on it. What's going on, Tradefly? I'm the only one who can put your emoji in the chat. My man. It sounds like rain in the background. I might have to check my microphone then. Check it out. That's why I said it sounded like a funeral home here. It's white noise for sure. I smell a long. Okay. The white noise is in the background. No white noise. I don't know. Is there white noise? You guys let me know. Wait. Why isn't it black noise? See, this is how I get demonetized, man. I mean, this is why I get demonetized. Oh man. All right. I can see a little, like, you can see a little bit of clipping here. You see my mic down below here? If I breathe, maybe I should. I can lower it a bit. Then I have to say gang, gang, gang. I can have a play. I can have a play with this after the stream. I'm actually, thanks, Luke Saldana. God bless you, bro. Good morning, brother. Much love, homie. Don't let them get you down. God's got you. No noise, bro. Yeah, God's good, man. You know, you don't have to worry about it. It's emojis, guys. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. We can still stream. We still got our Discord. We're still kicking butt, taking names. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for dropping by, Tradefly. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to learn that beat. Watch. AlexOCrypto. Let's go, baby. Boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Bitcoin price actions, absolute dog turds. Boom, 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 boom. I'm a nice dude with some nice jeans. See these ice cubes? See these ice creams? I'm just a bachelor, looking for a partner, without even falling on. I'm just a bachelor, looking for a partner. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. When the night has come, and the lamp's gone. Otter gang. That's enough out of me today. I'm going to send you guys over to Trades by Matt. Demonetize that. God bless you guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Discord, I will see you guys today. I will see you in the chat. Have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for smacking up. that beautiful, beautiful like button. Subscribing if you are new. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning for Market Open. God bless you and have a wonderful rest of your day. Touch some grass, touch some ass, whatever you're into. And I will see you guys later. Bye.
On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto. 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 What you know about juice? Making them moves, data flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof, a building portfolios taking well over exceptional pain. I'm trapping this game, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pants full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an otter game with an auto flame. With a lot of hate, get about the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trade, get another play. They playing guys so pretentious. Grapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me for the TRB. Have you heard of TRB? I don't know. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto, on the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo.